Introducing exclusive pawnbrokers.
Deal.
Here, extravagant goods
Oh wow, that's a big rock, isn't it?
are exchanged for huge sums.
Something that small to be worth £1 million is quite incredible.
And eye-watering deals
200,000 UK pounds.
are done daily.
Ka-ching!
The man behind it all is entrepreneur James Constantino.
We deal in almost anything of value, but what I love the most is the ones that make me the most profit.
This time,
Sounds very nice.
a motoring masterpiece,
Would you ever consider selling it?
Well, a big wad of cash, probably, yeah.
an extravagant impulse buy,
It is one of those bags that you'll just see once in a very long while.
Oh, blimey.
and a colourful herd of horses.
Not the usual thing you expect to see when you come through a door.
Welcome to the world of Posh Pawn.
Hi, how are you?
I want to sell this watch.
You want to sell? Okay.
High-end pawnbroker James has hand-picked all of his staff.
You can see that it's been machine stitched.
Okay.
And homemades do the hand stitching.
My team are experts in their fields, and the smooth running of the business is down to them.
Boss is my middle name.
It's hundreds and thousands of pounds of money we're sometimes dealing with. You need to know what you're doing. No one will let you off lightly here.
If the figures don't start going up, Deborah, you know what I'm going to have to do, don't you?
You're making me very nervous, James. Please don't do that.
Although he's expecting even more from his longest-serving staff member.
Look, Lawrence has been doing all right, there's no doubt about it, and he's a valued member of the team, but he's got to broaden his horizons. He's not a one-trick pony. I need him to start looking at other stuff. The cars is a major part of the business, and to be honest with you, I'm doing most of it. A good starting point would be the storage facility. Let's get him down there, having a look at some stock. He's always moaning about sort of being left in the office, bless him. I'd like to get him out, give him a bit of an airing. He's sort of smelling a bit musty lately as well.
The inquiries I like to take are inquiries that interest me, so art, memorabilia, historical items. A car is an inanimate metal object. What interest is there? And I think people that tend to follow cars are probably not that interesting.
Hello, gets a bit busy around it. Hello?
This morning, car fanatic James has received an inquiry that he's more than happy to deal with himself.
Fantastic, mate. Cheers, mate. Well, that's John. He's purchased in the 70s an E-Type Roadster, Jaguar E-Type. Sounds like it's in amazing condition. He only really wants to borrow £6,000, which is a shame, because I like big loans.
Welcome to beautiful Broadstairs.
The E-Type Jaguar belongs to 62-year-old entrepreneur John.
I've been buying and selling this sort of stuff for 40 years. This is what I've always done. I've always done mirrors, chandeliers, lighting, masks. This is bronze, that's solid bronze there. Julie, my wife, makes a lot of the cushions, all this. We buy a lot of unusual designer material, end of rolls designer fabric. Yeah, I quite enjoy it. I still enjoy it now, but I enjoy buying it and selling it at a profit, obviously. This is where I make, I mend stuff and make gear. If I buy something at the auction or at the antique fair, and it needs doing up, this is where it gets done.
John now plans to combine his love of unique furniture with a new business venture.
We used to have a big shop over the road, but we're now changing it into a boutique hotel. That's one of the hotel sign, which is going to be going up. I had to have the letters made, but then I've fixed them all together myself, you know, put all the bulbs in, got the bulb holders. It'd probably be the last venture I do, so yeah, I'm really excited about it. Me and Julie, we're going to be, you know, new start of our venture, I suppose. To the coast.
What do you think?
Yeah, look good there, yeah.
Look good
That's
there?
all right.
The hotel has been a labour of love for John and his wife of 29 years, Julie.
We'd sort of discussed
You
it a
sort of
few
come up with
years
it, yeah.
ago, and then I was discussing it over coffee with some girlfriends, and they said, you should go for it, you should go for it. And I mentioned it to John, and he was in the right frame of mind. He said, right, let's do it. And
Yeah, here we are, 6 months down the line, just about
ready
to
to
open. Just the finishing touches, a few little bits, you know, that's got to be painted for a few little odd bits and pieces, and we'd more or less be done.
Dad, you're obsessed with this car.
Hello, Phoebe.
You alright?
You all right, Cal?
Yeah.
To get the hotel ready for opening, John wants to loan against his vintage Jaguar.
Do you want to take it for a spin?
Yeah.
I don't think so. It's only been driving a year. I've had this car for 39 years. It's my pride and joy. It's a 1973 V12 E-Type, Series 3 Roadster. Yeah, lovely car, especially on a day like today. The cream interior, the cream piping I'd put on. The steering wheel's not original, but a lot of the E-Types had that steering wheel put on. It's got chrome wire wheels with the white wheel tyres. It's a very unusual colour. I've only ever seen two the same colour. Yeah, lovely old classic English car. I don't think I could ever sell it. Not unless someone offers me mad money for it. I mean, everything's for sale. I'm a businessman. So I'm looking to loan about 6K on the strength of the motor. I need a bit of cash very quick to finish the boutique hotel. I'm hoping James can sort it out for me and then job done.
Oh my God, my hair.
In Hatton Garden,
Is there any figure that you'd be happy with?
The best one that you can give to me.
Thousands.
an exciting proposition has landed in designer handbag expert Claudia's inbox.
Well, I've got a very interesting email. There's a lady and she has bought a Louis Vuitton crocodile handbag. She paid £12,000 when she hasn't even used it once. It was an impulse buy. She said she wanted something red for Christmas and that was the only thing she could find.
Over here is an oil painting of me, painted 15 years ago, actually.
Hoping to secure a deal on her handbag is 50-year-old retired GP Oona.
The artist went to Cambridge with my husband, so he did this fabulous oil painting. And then the next one was of the Queen. He got a royal commission. So it was really lucky for him, and it's brilliant. On this wall are my certificates. I sat an exam in general surgery and one in ears, nose and throat surgery. And over here is one in general practice. I was a surgeon at first, however the hours are very grueling to be a surgeon, a junior doctor in the NHS. So then I sat the GP exam and became a GP. I was a GP for probably about 16 years. I then retired last year. This is a picture of me and my dad.
Retirement has given Oona time to reconnect with her family heritage.
I'm a full Korean. Both my parents are Korean and they met in London when they were students. I grew up thinking that it was bad to be Korean. Back then it was rough because you were called names and nobody really wanted to play with you. So I felt ashamed of my parents, ashamed of the language, and I probably didn't want to learn at that point. 불고기 주세요. 잡채? Yep. 감사합니다. And then my father died this year. And suddenly I feel that I owe it to my dad now to learn how to speak Korean. It's really relaxing to come here and to eat some Korean food, and I like to bring my Korean book that I'm using to study with and sit here. I try to find authentic Korean restaurants that have Korean waitresses so I can practice my Korean. Whether they can understand me or not is another thing, but it's good practice.
It's not just her own education that Oona is focused on.
These are my 3 beautiful daughters, and they're all very bright. They're all at university. It's so costly. Not only is it £27,000 a year that I have to raise, but also there's a maintenance loan, room and board, and that adds another £6,000 to £8,000 per year per child. So I worry a lot about paying these fees.
So Oona is turning to her extravagant impulse buy.
It was 2 days before Christmas, and I saw it on display, and it was shining under the bright lights, and it kept saying, "Buy me, buy me." I paid £12,400, which is a lot of money, and it's one of a kind colour. But then reality dawns on you when you get home, and then you realise that, well, I think these university fees take priority over a luxury bag. I'd like to either get a loan for £5,000 to £6,000 or to sell it for £10,000. I think at the end of the day, it's a midlife crisis. So I'm grateful there are people like Claudia who can help women like me when they buy something this extravagant in a moment of badness.
Pawn shop boss James is hoping some of his petrolhead tendencies will rub off on memorabilia expert Lawrence.
This is nice, James.
Come in, Lawrence. Wipe your feet. You all right?
Well, I'm not that big on cars, but I must admit they're pretty impressive, James.
Yeah, you like this little lot? We've got quite a few bits here, as you can see. Rolls Royces, Maseratis, Ferraris. What do you think of this then? Look at that. What are you doing?
I'm touching it, James.
Yeah, don't touch that. Lawrence can be a little bit clumsy, and when he started touching and feeling the cars, I was a little bit nervous, to be honest with you. This is nice, isn't it? So what can you tell me about that? What is that?
Well, it's a Rolls Royce, isn't it?
No, it's a Bentley.
No, it's got the wings. Of course I knew what the cars were. One of the few pleasures I get in life is winding James up.
The cars for us is a big part of what we do. It runs into millions of pounds worth of revenue. It'd be nice if Lawrence could stand on his own 2 feet when it comes to appraising some of these high-end vehicles that we do see almost on a daily basis.
Coming down here, I can actually see why people get excited about cars.
There's over 4 million quid's worth of cars sitting here in monetary terms. So yeah, this is just the tip of the iceberg.
Sometimes I wonder how you sleep at night, though.
Well, I don't. You work for me.
At headquarters, Claudia's friend Albert and her cousin Robert have brought in some designer items for her appraisal.
Hello.
Hello, darling. How are you?
Hello, how are you?
Hello, you all right? So tell me what you're trying to do then.
Well,
What you
I will be coming up 50 in a few years. So I'm trying to raise some cash because I want to do like a trip for a lifetime.
Where are you going? Where are you planning?
Australia.
Really?
But so yeah, so.
So what have you got then? What we?
Let's have a look. So I've got Cartier there.
Oh, that's nice.
And then these are some.
Oh, lovely. They're pretty.
I know there's just bits I've been picking up over the years, and then I just thought, oh, one day, you never know. These are the rings, darling.
Oh, lovely. Are these set in platinum?
No, they're white gold.
White gold.
Rolex.
Oh, wow, this is gorgeous, isn't it?
I know, a bit of my pride and joy, that one.
Do you not wear
Not
it?
really anymore, no. And then I brought a couple of bags. I'd like to get a new set, actually, but...
Okay. Well, I can have a look at those whilst the jewellery's been looked at.
Okay, cool, awesome.
Now, you want to sell them, you don't want to loan against them?
No.
How much were you looking to raise altogether?
6, 7 grand.
All right.
Well, you could take me with you then. And about that.
I wish.
Can I come as well?
You come as well.
Yeah.
I'll give you a call in a couple of days or something.
That'd be awesome.
Then you can come
Perfect.
back.
You happy with that?
Brilliant, yeah.
Yeah?
Very happy.
All right.
Cool,
Okay,
awesome.
lovely. Well, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, lovely to see you, darling.
Yeah, and you. I'll see you around.
I think I'll do quite well, actually. You know, Mary's got some really nice pieces there. Quite confident enough that, yeah, she'll come back with a good price for me. Good. constantly puffing cushions. I can't help it.
48-year-old hairdresser Albert is a father of 4 from Berkshire.
This I bought from a shop in Cookham. People come in, they say it's a bit OTT, Albert, but as soon as I saw it, I just loved it. I thought it's definitely me. I love it. I am house proud. Sometimes on a Sunday I could spend 6-7 hours cleaning. I don't stop. I put my music on and away I go. Oh, there's a Shirley Bassey there as well. Oh, I had that one somewhere. I collect albums. They start from 1956, 57, rock and roll, 60s, 70s, country. Shirley Bassey is one of my favourites. When I'm feeling I need to chill out, I come in here on my own, sometimes get a gin and tonic or a bottle of beer or something, and then just play my music and drift off on my own. This is the photo of my 4 children. That's Sinead, she's my oldest, and there's Amy, she's my second, then it's Danielle, and then Martin, he's the baby. But I say baby, he's 21 now. People are quite surprised when I say, you know, I've got 4 children. They always say, oh, you don't look old enough, you don't look this, you don't look that. But I'm afraid so, I am.
Right, come on then, should we get this holiday looked at? Because you'd be surprised how quick the cabins go.
To fund his 50th celebrations, he's hoping to sell 2 bags, 2 watches, earrings and rings.
I wanted to stop off on the way over there, you know, either Hong Kong, Singapore, have a couple of days there, and then on the way back stop off somewhere as well.
All right. So what month are you looking at to go to Australia? Was it the January?
January straight after the New Year.
January, let's have a look.
It's got to be a holiday of a lifetime, really, for me. I don't think it'll be a place I'll ever go back to. So it'll be a one-off, so that's why I need to do as much as I can while I'm there. Hopefully try and raise around about 6 grand if I can.
6 grand would be enough for your gin and tonics.
In Richmond, art and memorabilia expert Lawrence is back on safe ground with his latest inquiry.
Well, this email's just come in, it's quite interesting. It's a client, she appears to be quite a talented young artist. She's got 5 full-size fiberglass horses that she's hand-painted. And I'd like to know, because there would have been quite a large initial layout, why she's decided to actually paint on horses and not do canvases. I mean, the client has put a figure of £25,000 each on these horses, which is quite a high amount for an artist that's not established. I think when you actually see these horses in flesh, they're going to be quite spectacular.
Our paths collided one sunny day. If I hadn't
The horses are the creation of artist and singer-songwriter Laura Jean.
It all just started me singing in my bedroom and listening to people. I particularly love big voices, and I used to just listen and repeat certain songs that I particularly love, people like Whitney Houston. You know, I just taught myself guitar, and just from that I started writing poetry, and it just organically grew into songs. Coleslaw? I've got coleslaw. I think I'll go for tuna. That's all right.
Right. Laura Jean lives at home with her family in Hertfordshire.
We're both creative.
We're both very
I think
creative.
she's just inherited the genes.
This is kind of a sacrifice that I've had to make, that I live at home with my parents, and all my money, I've even given up my car now, all my money goes to my art and my music. Look. It's got a handmade, hand-sewn rose bustle out of faux leather. I did a fashion degree, and I kind of put it to good use and make unusual costumes for all of my performances. I mean, you couldn't walk down to the shops like this, obviously, but you know, life's too short not to have a little bit of drama and a bit of glamour in, you know what I mean? I divide my time between all the things that I do, according to what's happening at the time, really. At the moment, the urgency is for the art and to sell that, to make money, to fund my music. So one of those things is that I hope to do in the very near future is record my debut album. I've got more than enough songs for probably 3 to 5 albums, more than enough clothes to make a collection, more than enough pieces of art to have an exhibition. That is the dream for me, to be able to express myself in whatever way I need to, whether that be through my music or my art or my fashion. And I hope very much to be able to do all three, and I'm sure I will. It all just takes time and money.
To help raise the cash, Laura Jean is turning to some of her previous creations.
And I was thinking, wouldn't it be wonderful to paint some life-size horse sculptures? I happen to be a big horse lover, absolutely love horses. These are made from fiberglass, and then they come to me just white, and I do whatever I want with them. I have 5 for sale, and I've made sure every single one is completely different. I'm looking for 25,000 each. These, in just materials alone, thousands of pounds. So I think it's actually quite a good deal. It's really nice to see people's reactions, and I'm really, hoping that Lawrence will love these, and it'd be really nice to see what he thinks.
But will Lawrence be able to offer her the £125,000 she wants? Retired GP Oona has arrived at the pawn shop with her Louis Vuitton handbag.
Oh, Oona, how are you? Nice to meet you.
Oh, it's nice to meet you in person.
Take a seat, take a seat. So I've got the new gloves to see your bag. I mean, it looks amazing, in the images.
It was an impulse purchase. It's like, oh my goodness.
So what happened? Tell me.
I know, well, it was a couple of days before Christmas.
Yeah.
And I went into Harrods, and the lights were just shining on this amazing alligator Louis Vuitton. Exactly, it just drew me to it, and I couldn't resist it.
I can't actually wait to see it in the flesh. I'm quite excited about it. How much was it?
£12,400. I know, my husband doesn't even know how much I paid for it.
Oh, wow. Oh, that is gorgeous. You want to take a loan out on it? You want to...
A loan. Ideally, I'd like to sell it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much are you looking to raise for it?
About £5,000 initially, I suppose.
As a sort of figure to sell it, what sort of figure do you have in your head?
It's 10,000, I think, because the tuition instalments for 2 daughters came in. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to grab a coffee or something, and it shouldn't take too long, and then I'll call you back in, and then see what we can do for you.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Lovely.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I'll see you out.
Thank you. I'm glad she likes the bag. Claudia's left it that she's going to look into things. I'm in Hatton Gardens. I'll do some window shopping, grab some lunch, and I must not buy anything.
In Hatton Garden...
Hello, I've got some stuff to sell, please.
Okay, perfect. Do you want to pass it through?
While Claudia is evaluating the condition of hairdresser Albert's bags...
We haven't got to a good start. The zip's not working, so that's not great.
She's passed the earrings, rings and watches on to James.
They're nice, aren't they?
With jewellery expert Ian in the area, he's called in to give a second opinion.
Well, we just had this pop in, actually, so
let's
have a little look, see what you think.
You know how nosy I am.
You love a little nose around, don't you?
Yeah.
You can't help it. What do you think of the rings?
I just love them because they're very saleable and they're good sized diamonds. I love the way the setting has been done. So you get all the light you can possibly get to the stones. Just lovely.
Fantastic.
Really nice. Very smartly done.
It all needs a good scrub.
Yeah, they need a bloody good scrub.
I think he was doing a bit of coal mining prior to coming in.
The watch.
The poor
the
old
Rolex. Yeah. These things really, they don't do anything for me.
Well, no. As you know, the diamond bezel, if it's after set, no one wants to touch it.
Yeah, because people don't want it like that.
Got Cartier there, it's quite nice, same client. Have a little look at that.
I like this.
Well, they're sort of classic, aren't they?
You know, they never date.
No.
They never date. They're really lovely and so easy to wear. No
Yeah.
aggravation. I like them.
Bit too plain for you, though, isn't it?
It's a bit bling to me.
Yeah.
But good for sort of a holiday beach wear.
Good for a normal person.
Yeah, for a normal person. These are always saleable. Diamond stud earrings.
Can't really
Everybody likes.
Well, I suppose the good thing about these pieces is that they'll appeal to a sort of wide audience,
Oh,
won't they?
huge audience.
Ian, thanks for coming in.
Pleasure, madam.
Lovely. Good to see you.
Okay, be good.
See you later.
Keep working hard, everybody. Bye. Keep working.
Ian pops in and he's given us his opinion on these pieces, and he's basically confirmed our beliefs in terms of their saleability. They're sort of pretty much bread and butter stuff, but it's always nice to have his opinion. It's always great to see him.
Entrepreneur John has brought his E-Type Jaguar to Hatton Garden for an inspection by James.
John.
Hello, James.
You all right, mate?
How you doing, all right?
How are you?
Yeah, good, mate.
When the E-Type turned up at Hatton Garden, I wanted to get over the road, have a close look at it, and get in it. I mean, it was absolutely outstanding. Quite an unusual colour as well.
Well, it is. It is this.
Not many of them like that.
No.
It's nice, lovely, original thing, isn't it? How many miles has it done?
60,000 miles.
Have you had restoration work?
Restoration. It originally had chrome press wheels on it. I had these put on.
Chrome work looks quite good.
Yeah.
The wheels need doing again, don't they?
Yeah. I've got a couple of spare ones at home of those.
Can you get the bonnet open for us?
Yeah, of course.
Here we go.
About 12 years ago, I had the engine rebuilt. All different stuff over the years, you know.
Just have a little sit in here.
Do you want to get down?
Yes, please, yeah. I want to get a feel for it, you know what I mean? Sounds very nice.
Yeah, it's a nice, you know, it's a nice little car. Everyone wants to race you in it. They come up the side, but I've done all that. I've had
So this is the documentation.
all the
with it,
documents in there, all the stuff's in there.
Yeah.
MOTs, logbook, everything's in there.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking to borrow about £6 off of it.
£6 grand, okay.
Yeah, it's just that I've done, I've built this little hotel and it's gone over budget as per normal and just a bit short at the moment.
Would you ever consider selling it?
Well, a big wad of cash, probably, yeah.
How big a wood?
Well, I don't know. You just go and talk some numbers.
For a minute, I thought, hold on a minute, this thing could be up for sale, and I had to inquire. Really? Would you consider selling it?
No, I don't think I would. It's got to be something stupid, you know. I don't really want. It's part of the family, you know.
But unfortunately, it wasn't. We'll run inside. We'll do our checks.
Okay.
I'll grab the file off you if that's all right.
Right, no problem.
And I'll give you a bell back and see if we can get to where you need to be.
Okay, lovely. Cheers,
Thanks for your
James.
time, mate.
Cheers. Yeah, James seems quite impressed with the car. You know, he likes it because it is being used. I don't use it a lot, but it's a lovely old car. You know, I don't know what he's going to offer me yet, but I'm going to go away, have a bit of have a coffee and a bit of cake, and then come back and see if we can strike a deal up.
The majority of the car is original, and that's how I like them, because they're only original once. From my point of view, there isn't too much to think about in terms of the actual vehicle. Now it's all down to the paperwork to make sure that the money that we're lending against that vehicle is secure, and that's what I'm doing now. So I'm going through the paperwork, and then we'll give John the news if we can help him. Hopefully we can.
Retired GP Oona has given her bag to Claudia for appraisal to see if she can reach the £10,000 she wants.
It's a 2015 style. It's alligator skin and it's just absolutely stunning. It has hardly been worn, impulse buy, and it's just, it still smells like it's just, you know, been sitting on the shelf at Harrods. The condition of it is just stunning, absolutely stunning. It is one of those bags that you'll just see once in a very long while.
I'm quite looking forward to this one, Lawrence.
Actually, I am. It's so difficult, it's unusual.
Art and memorabilia expert Lawrence has travelled to Hertfordshire to appraise artist Laura Jean's life-sized painted horses.
So I'm a little bit nervous because art is such a subjective thing. You just never know what people are gonna say, or whether they're gonna like them. But I'm hoping with a bit of luck they'll both really like them.
Paintings I understand, horses I don't understand. So I bought Surrey's best gallery owner who will give me some advice on how much they're worth, and really looking forward to seeing them.
Hi,
Hello.
so nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. This is Ben, my expert I brought along for you.
Thank you so much for
Oh,
coming.
blimey. That's a bit of a wow factor.
Look at that.
That is gorgeous. It's not the usual thing you expect to see when you come through a door.
There's 2 here and there's 2 more in the conservatory. And there's 1 in Sweden that's also for sale.
So what's your first impressions, Ben?
I think they're beautiful. They're very vivid. I love the colours.
Have you ever come across anything like this, Ben, before?
No, we haven't. We've had artists paint rocking horses, sell at auction and do very well, often for charities. But no, not quite on this scale.
Yeah. When I first saw them, I was thinking, why didn't the lady stop at 1? Because obviously there's a cost involved. The cost of the horse alone is expensive. I know roughly between £800 and £1,000 to get started.
It's actually more like 7 grand.
7 grand for these ones?
Yeah, because with the paint as well, before I've even, but to fiberglass it costs a lot of money.
So have you got any more for us to look at?
Yes, we have 2 more in the conservatory.
Let's go. Let's go.
So these are the other 2. This is Pegasus and English Rose.
I love the way you've done the roses, actually.
It's a texture, isn't it? You've seen the texture now, which is beautiful. Is it just us, or does everybody come in
No,
and
you
start touching?
do. Yeah. So this was the first horse that I painted actually, and I was really inspired by carousel horses, and roses are my favourite flower. Absolutely love roses.
In fact, this captures you in this painting, in this sculpture, and I think it's beautiful.
Thank you.
You have come up with a valuation of 25,000 each.
Yes.
Oh, how did you come to that figure?
Well, first of all, they cost so much to make in materials alone, and then there's the factor of time and the fact that there's only 1 of them.
I do love them, but because it's unique, and unique is a problem because I've got nothing to base it on. What I'm going to do now is speak to James and see if we can come up with a figure for you.
Okay, thank you so much for coming.
I want to thank you for inviting us
No, it's
to
a
your
pleasure.
home.
Thank
A
you
pleasure.
very
They
much.
really are gorgeous.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely love
Beautiful.
them. Lovely to meet you.
Their reaction was so wonderful. It was really made my day to hear what experts are saying about my work. I do think the right people will love them, and their reaction has given me hope that there's going to be plenty of people out there that will want them and love them.
My business head says unestablished artist, but great work. But she's so likeable and saleable as a person.
They are hard things to find buyers for. There's definitely a market there. It's just tapping into that market, and that takes time.
Exactly. This actually is going to be very difficult. Probably one of the hardest decisions I've made in a long time.
Retired GP Oona has returned to the pawn shop to see if Claudia has found a buyer or can reach the £5,000 to £6,000 loan she wants against her Louis Vuitton handbag.
I've got mixed emotions at the moment because if Claudia doesn't offer the minimum, then I guess I'll have to think of other ways to sell the bag.
Hi there. Hi, how can I help?
I'm here to see Claudia.
Oh, okay, let me bring you through.
Okay.
Hiya, you alright?
Yeah, good to see you again.
Yeah, nice to see you as well. So basically I've done some research on the secondary value of it. As you know, exotic skins, you know, it's not everyone's cup of tea, so it's kind of, it is a very niche market. But there's always someone out there that loves it and, you know, is prepared to sort of pay the money for it. So remind me again what you want to do with the money?
So I really need to raise the money to repay my daughter's university fees.
Right.
They're £9,000 each, and then there's the maintenance loans. So I really want to pay that.
Remind me how much you said you wanted to try and sort of loan against it?
I was looking at maybe 5 to 6, but ultimately I would like to sell the bag.
Okay, so as you know, I've done the sums. What I can say is that we're happy to go up to 6,000 as a loan on this bag. And then also, you know, if there's a potential buyer, then I'm happy to present you with a bid or a figure and see where you want to go with that.
Okay, all right.
You happy with that?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, good.
If you were to find a private buyer, what would I be looking at?
8 to 10,000. I know it's, you know, almost the retail price, but it is a very specialist item and it's in very good condition.
Okay, all right, that's good to know. And yeah, because I think ultimately I would like to sell it.
Yeah, of course.
So, thank you very much, Claudia.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I'm feeling happy so-so because I haven't sold the bag yet and it's now just waiting and seeing what happens.
She does need an immediate cash injection. The offer's there. If I do reach the 10,000, I'd be really, really chuffed with myself.
Fingers crossed she can find a private buyer who'll get me out of a very expensive mistake.
Lawrence.
Yes, beloved Lord and Master.
At the Weybridge branch, James has feedback for Lawrence following their trip to the car storage facility.
So look, I mean, did you enjoy yourself down there? Did you understand or take any of it on board?
No, definitely. I mean, you know, I learned quite a bit from you because you're obviously very enthusiastic and a good teacher. But also, it's like anything. It's when you see it in the flesh.
Yeah.
These cars, you actually appreciate, you know, where the possible value comes from.
Thanks for getting involved. I mean, I do appreciate it, but I don't think it's going to work out, to be honest with you.
No.
You and mechanical things are prone to sort of disaster, let's face it, over the years.
Yeah, that's why you've barred me from having any sort of cutting tools, including pens.
I think you might have to stick with the memorabilia, to be fair. Don't call us, we'll call you, yeah?
OK, cheers, James.
Do you know what I mean? At one point, I did think that Lawrence could be taken under my wing, shown the ropes, and eventually potentially help out in terms of these cars that come into us. But I don't really think he's ready for it at the moment. And apart from that, I'm not really ready to let it go.
I'm not that bothered. You know, I would have done it. I'd do anything for the company. But cars really don't rock my boat, so I'm glad James has kept it.
Would I trust Lawrence to deal with the cars eventually one day? Well, you should never say never, but probably never, to be honest with you.
Hairdresser Albert and Claudia's cousin Robert have returned to Hatton Garden to see if his designer bags and jewellery can raise enough cash for his trip to Australia.
Looking to raise around about 6,000, 6 grand. But anything more is a bonus.
You all right?
How are you?
Good, you?
Yeah, not bad.
All right, so, yeah, OK, well, we've had a look at everything. Obviously, I've looked at the bags. The team have looked at the jewellery. So let me start. I'll start with the jewellery. The watches would need polishing to get them ready for resale because there are a few sort of like little scratches on them and what have you. The Rolex, not everyone likes the diamond bezel. I do, I love it. I love the colour, the grey face and everything, that's gorgeous. But it's not the most desirable Rolex, in the market, in the secondary market. The Cartier is quite a safe bet because it's just steel, it's got the box and everything, so it's all good. The studs, although they are quite small, they are really good diamonds. They're clean, the colour, they're really good. The rings, however, because they're already set, you can't change the size of them, so it's got to be someone that actually is, that size.
Made to measure.
Yeah, exactly, unless you just take all the diamonds out and then have it all reset, which costs a lot of money as well. The bags, the desirability of the Louis Vuittons, I mean, everyone wants a Louis Vuitton trolley bag and stuff, they are really good in the secondary market, so that's, where we're good with that. But it's just the condition and the zips and things, so just need replacing. We have got an offer for you. And all together, with all the jewellery and the bags, we can offer you 15,000. We're happy to offer you.
That's very good. That's really, really good, yeah.
Yeah? Did you expect that?
No.
No. So you can go on holiday.
Start organising, can't I? Planning and really get down to it now.
Yeah.
If you'd looked after your bags, you would have had even more.
That's
Can't
true.
help it. I can't help it if I like travelling.
Yeah, no, it shows. Can see you out.
The items and the luggage came to a lot more than what I expected. Yeah, very, very pleased. So happy. Very good.
I was really happy to give the good news, and yeah, just to see the look on their faces was just really, really good for me. So yeah, I'm glad. I'm looking forward to seeing some holiday pictures from them.
After some deliberation, boss James has reached a decision on the £6,000 loan John wants to raise against his Jaguar E-Type.
John, thankfully, has got an extensive file of paperwork with the car. It's got every service record in there, down to buying nuts and bolts for it. So he really has gone to town in terms of his records.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident that I'll be able to get the cash. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we will. It'll be good. I want to borrow £6,000 because we've got really large croissants to buy for the guests at the hotel.
Hi, John, you all right?
Hi, James, all right?
Yeah, cheers. Thanks for popping back. You're
All
all
right, no problem. Yeah,
Grab a
good.
seat.
Thank you.
Lovely. Well, I've been having a little look through.
Yeah.
We've had a look at all the MOTs, and we've done our searches in relation to the chassis number and the registration number.
Right, yeah.
I mean, one thing about your car, I must say, is it's a lovely old original thing.
Well, it is, yeah. I mean, I've had it for 39 years. If anything needed doing, it always got done, so...
Exactly. I mean, original old ones like that, with that sort of mileage, don't come up every day, to be fair. There are certain aspects of it that do need attention. You know, the chrome.
Sure, yeah, no.
Chrome needs doing, the wheels. But, I mean,
Yeah.
it's a beautiful thing and very collectible. Prices are all over the place, but we can get to the £6,000 that you're looking for.
Okay, lovely.
So I hope that helps out.
Yeah, brilliant, yeah.
If you wanted 100 grand, I don't think it'd probably be a problem at the moment. We've got private collectors on our books that would love to own it, to be honest with you, because it's so original. So if ever you do want to sell it,
lovely, yeah.
let me know, come back to me, but £6,000 not an issue.
Brilliant.
We can do that all today.
I don't need it for long, so once I've got the hotel going, you know, it seems to be coming in, so...
Lovely.
Brilliant.
Well, look, John, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, no
We'll
problem.
get it all drawn up for you. And,
Lovely. Okay, nice to do business
we'll
with you.
be in
Thanks very
touch.
much.
Lovely.
Okay,
Cheers,
James, cheers.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. See ya.
Bye.
Yeah, I'm really pleased. He said that if I wanted to get rid of it, he reckons he can get about 100 grand for it. So I'm very pleased with that. You know, he said if you ever want to sell it, to come back to him, which I will do. So yeah, that's good. I'm real pleased.
It hasn't had a full restoration. It's had little bits of work done on it over the years. He's had it nearly 40 years. He's looked after it. It's quite a rare thing. I'd love to be able to buy it, to be honest with you.
In Hertfordshire,
Yeah, I think on this one, it's one of those ones where we're going to have to go on gut feeling, and art is such a fickle world, but she is talented.
Lawrence has returned with news about artist Laura's 5 life-size painted horses, which she wants to sell for £125,000.
It is a bit nerve-wracking not knowing exactly what they're going to say, but I just sort of feel quite positive about it. Whatever happens, I feel encouraged just by what Lawrence and Ben said to me, and you know, it'd just be interesting to see what they say.
It's been a hard one, this, a really hard one. She's not an established artist, so I've got nothing to go on. There's not even research I can do on it, it's gut feeling. We've got a figure, so hope it's what she wanted.
Hello,
Hello,
Lawrence. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again.
Mwah. How are you?
Well, I'm here with the news.
Okay, nerve-wracking.
Oh, don't be.
Thank you so much for coming back.
Well, you know, it's been a really hard decision. There's so many things that are sort of going against buying the horses, but there's a lot of pros. Say if you're an established artist, you get a canvas size, you then look, how much have they gone for?
Yeah.
That gives you a market value for the painting now. With yours, it's not just the painting, which is fabulous, it just happens to be on 5 massive fibre horses, which gives it an added, not problem, I hate to say problem, but
A complication.
a complication on trying to sell it. I've got an offer for you. We can't buy them, unfortunately.
Right.
It's just too much of a risk. However, I think they will sell in a period of time.
Yes.
So what we'd like to do, we'd like to offer you a loan.
Okay.
James is willing to offer you 25,000.
Okay, wow.
We're going to loan it against 3 of the horses so that you still have 2 horses to work with. Other 2 you would be able to keep to promote your work.
Wow, that's even better than I could have imagined, really. And I appreciate that so much. That's so kind.
We will keep pushing and promoting to actually sell the horses, and that is our end goal.
Oh, fantastic. That's so kind. That's really, I couldn't have asked for anything more than that. Just that you guys are sort of have that faith in me, that means the world to me. Thank you so much.
Well, you deserve it.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
No worries at all. We'll speak soon on the phone.
Yes, absolutely.
Cheers. Lovely
Thank
to
you
see
for
you
coming
again, Laura.
Take care. That was just incredible. I mean, it could enable me to move forward, you know, have an exhibition, do all the things I need to do to sort of establish my career in both music and art. So it's a wonderful surprise. I couldn't really have asked for any more than that.
It'll get us started, and what I'd like to think in a few years' time when she's made it is I can say, I helped her, we helped her as a company, so it's a good feeling.
I feel like now, from today and the reaction I've had and the offer I've had, it kind of gives me the confidence to know actually I have done the right thing, and he who dares ultimately does win in the end.